Hey guys, Christmas is just around the corner, so let's bake a delicious, super moist, gluten-free Christmas plum cake. If you don't want this to be gluten-free, you can replace all the gluten-free ingredients with your usual ones. Also, if you want it to be eggless, simply replace eggs with 1 cup of buttermilk. Take a pan, add 1/4 cup each of chopped apricots, chopped raisins, chopped cranberries, and chopped dried plums or prunes. Add about half cup of apple or orange juice. I'm using market bought apple juice. Squeeze about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Turn on the heat and let the mixture come to a boil. This will soften all the dehydrated fruits as they will absorb the juice. You can use any dehydrated fruits of your choice as per the availability. Simmer and keep it on a low flame for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, turn off the gas, cover the mixture and leave it in the pan for at least 2 to 3 hours or best around 8 hours. Fast forward 8 hours. In a medium-sized bowl, add 1.5 cups of gluten-free all-purpose flour. Recipe link for the same is on the top right of this video and also in the description box. Replace 3 tablespoons of the flour with 3 tablespoons of gluten-free corn flour. This makes the texture of the cake lighter, making it spongier. Corn flour is the same as cornstarch. Add 1 teaspoon gluten-free baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, a pinch of salt. Whisk it well using a hand whisk for about 15 to 20 seconds. Keep it aside. At this stage, start to preheat the oven at 180 degrees Celsius with both the rods on. Take a large bowl, add half cup powdered sugar. This is granulated sugar powdered in a mixer jar. Half cup non-fragrant vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil. You can also replace it with half cup of unsalted butter. Whisk these using a hand mixer. Start adding eggs. We'll need 4 eggs for this recipe. Add 1 egg at a time, mixing well before each addition. Please note that all the ingredients called in this recipe must be at room temperature. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract or essence while continuing the whisking. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now this is optional, so you can skip this if you don't have it. Beat this eggs mixture for good 5 minutes. Now add the softened juicy fruits, leaving a few to be put on the top of the cake. Mix well using a spatula. Transfer the dry flour mix to the big bowl and start to combine it slowly using cut and fold method. Do not rush mixing everything together. Just keep mixing everything slowly until you do not see any dry flour in the batter. Add the chopped dry fruits. I've taken about 3 tablespoons each of hazelnuts, almonds, walnuts and cashews. You can use any dry fruits of your choice or as per the availability. Mix them using a spatula using the same cut and fold method. Take a cake pan, grease the sides and bottom of the pan and line it with the parchment paper. I'm using a 7-inch cake pan. Transfer the batter to the pan. Spoon the remaining fruits that we had kept aside, trying to spread them as much as possible. Tap the pan a few times on the countertop so to ensure getting a smooth flat cake instead of a domed one. Bake it in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for about 60 to 90 minutes, covering it with an aluminium foil after 40 to 45 minutes of baking. Once the cake is ready, let it sit in the pan for 10 minutes, turning off the oven and with the door partially open. Using a knife, loosen the cake from the sides. Now take a plate and keep it on top of the pan and flip the pan onto the plate so the cake gets transferred to it. Since the cake is upside down at the moment, we will transfer it to a wire rack, again flipping it onto it. Leave it on the rack to cool down completely, which would mean at least 2 to 3 hours. Look at the beauty of this cake. It's filled with so many different flavors from all the fruits that we've put in, apple juice and crunchiness from the dry fruits while still being super soft and moist. You might want to add some cinnamon and cloves to the cake for flavor, but I don't personally like those flavors, thus omitted them from the recipe. While serving, you can eat it as it is or might want to drizzle some maple syrup on top of the cake for a richer taste. Please do try this recipe and share your feedback in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and take care everyone. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.